Alright guys, how's it going? Today we are going to rank the Harry Potter books from worst to best. Now we're not ranking the covers this time. Today we are going to rank the stories, like which ones I enjoyed the most, which ones I like the least, and which ones the ones I like the most. Disclaimer, I love all the Harry Potter books, so even if a Harry Potter book is in my last place, I still love that book. It's just that I like some Harry Potter books than the others, so yeah, let's get started. Alright, my least favorite Harry Potter book would have to be The Chamber of Secrets. This has always been my least favorite Harry Potter book, and one of the reasons why it's my least favorite Harry Potter book is it's because it feels like it feels the same as the first one, and there's nothing really that stood out to me. It's just I found the story pretty good, but sometimes like I find this book pretty boring at times. It's kind of hard for me to get through, but I still enjoy it. Like I really like how we learn more about like the Chamber of Secrets, like Tom Riddle. I really like the twist at the end with Tom Riddle being Lord Voldemort. That was awesome. I don't know. It's just that there's nothing really there's nothing really to offer in this book. It's just I really like the world building in the Harry Potter books, and it has a lack of world building. It's just about the plot, but it's still a great book, but it's just not my favorite. Alright, number 6 is The Philosopher's Stone. Now, I actually really love this book. This is so good. It is such a great introduction to the wizarding world. It's really interesting to read. Uh, I can remember the first time I read this, and I loved it. This book is very nostalgic to me. It's a great introduction to the wizarding world. I could not put this book down. Every time I read this, I could not put it down. It's awesome. Like, this is very nostalgic to me. The reason why I ranked it higher than Chamber of Secrets is because this feels more like this this because this is a classic. Like it introduces the wizarding world, which is more interesting. There's a lot of world building in here. The writing is really good in here. The characters are great. It feels like the same as the second one because like it's just Harry goes to Hogwarts, but this is like the discovery of Hogwarts. I really like this book. One of the reasons why it's ranked lower than the reason why it's ranked lower in the list, even though I love this book so much, is because I felt like the writing here was great, but it's a bit simplistic, and I reckon J.K. Rowling did improve his writing in later books, and I feel like the other books has better stories. So yeah, I still love this book, but I prefer the others. So yeah, number 6. Alright, number 5 is also the number 5 in a series, is that is Order of the Phoenix. This book is bloody large. Look at this. This is the biggest book in a series. That's one of my main issues of this book, is that I felt like it was a bit too long. It actually dragged a lot in the middle. It's kind of boring at parts. There's a lot of unnecessary stuff in here that could have been taken out, but it is still a great book. This book is very angsty as well. Like Harry is always angry in this book. I can understand why he's angry in this book because of Umbridge, everyone calling him an attention-seeking liar. Dumbledore is not talking to him. He's just been traumatized of Cedric dying and Voldemort came back. Nobody believed that Voldemort is back. Just calling him an attention-seeking liar. It's just that Umbridge is giving him a hard time. And Umbridge, man, I hate Umbridge so much. She's like worse than Voldemort. So yeah, I still really like this book. The things that I like about this book is Dumbledore's army. I really like Dumbledore's army in here. It's very very good. It's very interesting, and I really like the fight at the end in the Ministry of Magic. It was great. I don't really like when Sirius died in this one. He's like one of my favorite characters. It's pretty sad when he died in here. I really like how I learned more about the prophecy in here. It was great. I really like how Harry and Sirius spends more time in here. But my biggest issue is just it's way too long. It can be boring at times. Harry's way too angsty in this book. It can get annoying at times, even though I can understand why he's angsty. Umbridge is just a horrible twat, and yeah, I still love this book. The reason why it's ranked higher than the first two is because it has a better story and it's a lot more complex. It's a lot more well written, but it's yeah, it's a good book, but it's not my favorite. All right, now we okay. Now we're getting into good stuff. We're getting into really great stuff. These books are one of my favorites. They're amazing as hell. And my number four is The Goblet of Fire. I love The Goblet of Fire so much. This used to be my second favorite Harry Potter book. Now it's my fourth after my reread. This book is amazing. It has a lot of action in it. It's fast paced. I really like the Quidditch World Cup in here. I really like the Triwizard Tournament. I really like Spew. I really like Yule Ball. Lots of stuff happening in this book, and it's a lot darker than the first three. It's the vibrant in this book is so much different than the others. The formula has changed in here. The the ending of this book is bloody amazing. It's like it's so different. Like it's so dark. I really like how Voldemort comes back. It was pretty scary, and then Cedric dies, which is pretty sad. The ending of this book is just it's changing. It's life changing because this book is a turning point to the series. This is like a this is like a transition book. What I mean by that is it bridges from kid friendly, light-hearted Harry Potter books to a more darker and sinister Harry Potter books. So yeah, this is a perfect turning point to the series, and I love it so much. Is one of my favorites. But yeah, I like the other books more. So yeah, number four. Alrighty, now we're in the top three. These books, I could not stand them. They're so bloody amazing. I love them so much. Number three is gonna be The Deathly Hallows. This is such a great ending to the series. It wraps up all the loose ends. It's well written. It's so good. It's fast paced. Sometimes it can be slow paced, but I really like the story in this. The Hunt for Horcruxes. I like how we learn more about Dumbledore's past. You know, hunting the Horcruxes. I really like the chapter Prince's Tale in here. It's so well written. It reveals that Snape was actually a good guy after all. Harry is a Horcrux. It's such a great chapter. One of the best chapters in all of the books ever. I really like Battle of Hogwarts in here. It's pretty fast paced. I really like the ending. I actually really like the epilogue in this. I know a lot of people don't like the epilogue, but I like the epilogue in this book. One of the reasons why it's ranked a little bit lower than my top two is because the camping scenes. I felt like the camping scenes in this book was actually pretty boring. It actually dragged on forever for the camping scenes, and I find it kind of boring. So that's probably one of the reasons why it's ranked lower. But I still love this book. This is really dark. Like, it's really intense. It's like learn more about the Deathly Hallows was pretty very interesting, and this is such an epic end to the series, and I love Deathly Hallows so much. Number three. Alright, these two books are like hard for me to decide which one is my favorite because I really can't decide because they're both perfect and amazing their own way. But right now, my second favorite Harry Potter book is The Prisoner of Azkaban. Um, when I first read this book, I thought it was very good. It wasn't like my favorite Harry Potter book, and I currently understand why this is a lot of people's favorite book. But then I reread this book again, and oh my god, this book is bloody amazing. I really like this book. It's very dark. It's a lot different than the first two Harry Potter books. The first two Harry Potter books are a lot more light-hearted, and just fun and innocent book. But this book is a lot more different. It's a lot more darker. It's a lot more complex. It's a lot more well written. I feel like the writing in this book gets better, it gets darker, it's a lot more mature as well. I really like how Harry is like grown up in this book. This is like a grown up version of Prisoner Azkaban. I like the story in here. I like the Dementors. Oh, it introduces one of my favorite characters, which is Remus Lupin, the Sirius Black. I love this too. I like how we learn more about the Marauders' backstory, how Lily and James Potter's whereabouts were founded by Voldemort. It was actually Sirius Black, but it was at the end it was revealed it was Peter Pettigrew. Quidditch in this book is so freaking good. Like I really like the Quidditch scenes in the other books, but the Quidditch scenes in this book is so good. It's so intense, so gritty. It's amazing. I really like, especially the chapter Quidditch Final. It's it's intense. I love it. It's like I really like the lessons in here as well. Like the Bogarts lessons was pretty good. Professor Lupin is the best defense against the dark arts teacher. No competition. I really like the Patronus lessons in here. The stuff at the end is amazing. Like Like Mooney Wormtail Pet for the Prongs chapter is bloody amazing. Oh, and the Marauders map is, oh, that's a great artifact. It's very good. The twist in the end, there's so many twists in this book. It's just bloody brilliant. It's so bloody good. We find out that Scabbers is actually not alright. He's an animagus. He's Peter Pettigrew, and he was actually the one who betrayed Harry's parents, not Sirius Black. Sirius Black is innocent. We found out that Lupin is actually a werewolf. Oh, there's so many twists and turns that it's just so bloody good. I love Prisoner of Azkaban. I also really like the time travel in here, Hermione's Secret, and this book is very emotional as well. Like I find myself really emotional reading this book because I love this book. I love Sirius Black and Remus Lupin, okay? This is one of my favorites. I love Prisoner of Azkaban. I can now understand why this is a lot of people's favorite Harry Potter book. But it's not my favorite, it's my second favorite, but I still love this book, so yeah, number 2. Also, the vibrant of Prisoner of Azkaban is so much different than the first two, even though it's the same formula, like Harry goes back to Hogwarts school and shit, but like, the vibrant of this book is very good. It's a lot more developed than the first two, and it's it this book builds and builds and builds, and it's just amazing. So yeah, Prisoner of Azkaban, great book. Alrighty, my favorite Harry Potter book of all time. This has always been my favorite Harry Potter book since the first I've read it, and that is Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. This book is just so bloody amazing. 10 out of 10, just like Prisoner of Azkaban. I really like the story in here. I could not put this down. Every time I read it, I just could not put this down. I am so hooked into this book. My favorite part about this book, which is why it's my favorite, is because we get to learn more about Voldemort's past and the Horcruxes, and it's just so bloody interesting to read it. I just don't want to put it down. I just want to find out more about Voldemort's past. Every time they go back to Dumbledore's office for pensive chapters, for pensive lessons with Harry, learn more about Voldemort's past. I was like, yes, another Voldemort's past. I like look forward to reading it, and another thing I like about this book is I really like how Harry takes an interest in Ginny. Like he's starting having feelings with Ginny, and then at the end where Harry wins the Quidditch Cup in the Quidditch game, and Ginny runs up to him and hugs him, and then after that Harry kisses her, and it was bloody amazing. It was well executed in the book. In the movie, their relationship is pretty bad, but in this book it was great. I love Half-Blood Prince. The stuff at the end was very sad. Snape kills Dumbledore, and it's just, it was, I don't like that. By the way, there's gonna be spoilers in this video. I forgot to like warn you guys at the beginning, but if you guys haven't read the books or seen the movies, first of all, what are you doing watching this? Like, you're gonna get spoiled, okay? Another thing I like about Half-Blood Prince is Harry's always suspicious of Draco's doing. I really like how dark this book is. Like, my favorite part is Voldemort's past, but I already said that. They're so interesting, the Horcruxes. I really like Slughorn in this book. He gets introduced in this book. He's probably one of my favorite characters. I really like the potions lesson with him. This book is really funny as well. It's like it's so crack up, like with Ron's dialogue. It's just it's just so crack up. I really like how Harry's always obsessed with the Half-Blood Prince book. It was the textbook, I mean, and yeah, it was very very good. And really like the romance in here. Even though Harry's taking interest in Ginny was a bit rushed, but I don't care. It was great. I liked it. And hold on, I'm trying to think what I like about this book. So yeah, it's just my favorite book because I could not put this book down. This has always been my favorite Harry Potter book, and whenever I finish Order of the Phoenix, I like really look forward to reading this because it's really really interesting. I could not put it down. It's just bloody amazing. 10 out of 10. I love the Half-Blood Prince. Half-Blood Prince is my favorite Harry Potter book of all 7. So that's for the video for you guys. This is my ranking. If you guys can see, hold on. I'm trying to show you. Hold on. Give me 1 second. All right. This is my ranking of the Harry Potter books. My least favorite is Chamber of Secrets, and my favorite is the Half-Blood Prince. But to be honest, all of the books are great. They're my favorite books in the whole world. All of the 7 Harry Potter books are my favorites. Even my least favorite is one of my favorite books of all time. So yeah, I really love Harry Potter. The books are way better, so much better. So yeah. And that's it guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like, leave a comment, whatever. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. So I'll see you next time. Bye.